bus is 9 to 16. It's assigned to these two buses. So this bus here controls the delay. There's a break in the vocals, so I'm going to rewind the track.
Gray skies show every morning. Hung around all the long day. Blue moon rose every evening. Since my sweet baby walked away, I was lost in a heart.
So I'm just going to undo all the drums just a moment.
With no way to escape. Just one round, just one reason to feel this way. Ain't that just like love?
That's the delay I've set with the tap delay. I'm changing it now.
Ain't that just like love?
You can have it on the beat. You would never do that on any of the percussion, but just to demonstrate that, I'll do it on one track, which is the snare drum track. So I've picked bus 15. I'm going to send the snare drum to bus 15. That shows you the delay. So that goes on the beat, if you need an off beat. So it depends. Sometimes you have a singer where you would have a tail end of a verse. You need that sort of a delay on the beat. You can do that. You can never ever achieve that sort of a delay using an encoder or a knob. You don't know if it's 1 second or 900 milliseconds. It's always approximate. So tap delay at your fingertips lets you do that live at a show. It's very easy. The console comes pre-programmed with these effects, but you can place them however you like. You can use them for different parameters. A very handy feature to have. Just for demo purpose, I'm going to play the guitar through the chorus and show you what I mean again. Controlling my chorus real time. So that's obviously sounding funny because it's set to the highest speed. So as you know, the rule for the effect is if you hear it, it's too much. But you can set it right just the way you want it. Use it as and when you like at a show. So coming to your screen now, as I said, wherever you are, pick a channel, hit home, it takes you home. Shows you everything you need to know. It shows you your gate, your compression, your dynamics, your gains, and your bus sends. At the push of a button, you see all of the meters. Shows you all the input levels. Shows you where you have gain reduction happening with your compressors. You see all of your fader levels for all of the channels, 1 to 16 and 17 to 32. You have your routing screen right below that. That's the first thing you want to do when you plug in the console. Actually, the first thing is to upgrade the firmware. You want to use the latest firmware at all times. Then you get into the routing. You pick what inputs you want to use, you pick what outputs you want to use, which outputs get assigned to the 16 analog outs. You choose what you want to send to the P16, which can be anywhere with the Cat5 cable. You can send direct outs, you can send buses, however you like. Likewise, you can pick what goes into your aux channels and your AES50 outputs, which is for your stage box or any other AES50 compatible input-output box. You have the setup, which takes care of your configuration, your sample rates. You can use it to link it up to your network. I'll show you that as well. The console, it's completely controllable with a PC app and an iPad. The iPad you can use for all of your faders, your bus controls, your bus faders, your sends to the fader, just the way I showed you sends on fader. You can control all of that on the iPad. On the PC, you can control everything about the console. What you can do, sit at home before a show, you know you have a 16-piece band, or a 5-piece band with say 16 mics or something like that, a fancy drum kit, percussionist. You can sit at home and configure all of your scribble strips, you can configure your basic settings, you can configure the basic bus sends. You know you're going to send a particular mix, you're going to send one drummer to the other percussionist. You can configure all of that at home, come to the show, just load it up. It gives you a brilliant starting point, after which all you need to do is do a sound check, you know what you need to tweak here and there. So that takes care of your control, your setup. Of course, this lets you pick things like your USB card, your USB or a 5i interface. You can use one of the two at all times. You have your library, store all your effects. You can create your specific effects, store them as presets. Again, that's very, you would expect that from any digital console, but it's very easily accessible. You don't need to get into multiple menus and stuff like that. And then the effect screen, which we saw in the presentation. So you have 8 true stereo effects. We've already spoken of the fact that you can place them wherever you like. You can place them as inserts, you can place them on the buses or on the master bus. What I will show you now is the EQ on faders, the GEQ on faders. So I pick effect 5, press select, shows up there. You have a button, the first button which says GEQ on faders, and your faders snap to position. It helps you to tweak exactly what you need to change a particular band, how much you want to change it without having to, you know, scroll through knobs and stuff like that. So you can come up with whatever curve you want on the EQ using your faders. And again, all of these effects, the algorithms we use are very similar. You might find them identical to the clock technique algorithms. And you have your mute groups and your utility. You would use utility to set up the scribble strips. I'll show you how that's done as well. Just hit a channel, select, and press utility. And you have all the different colors, all of the different icons. You can pick a drum, guitar, bass, whatever you like. And that's what you'll see on all of these scribble strips. So that takes care of, well, most, if not all, of what there is to know on the X32. Any questions on that? You seem like you have a question. No?
Any questions? If not, probably we will bring the presentation to a close. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to come to the stage after this, or we have another unit at the side there. Come over, have a feel on it, touch it, play with it, and if you have any questions, our product support team is there to attend to you. Okay? And that's all for now. We have prepared some light meals at the other side of the building, and enjoy your meals after this. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your support on Behringer products. And that's all for now. Have a nice day.